Day 3, we're live. Who's coming to join me? Come say hello. People in the house already. Hi guys. I love that you are all so super prompt for these trainings. I think it's amazing. Thank you so much. How are you? How are you feeling after day 1 and day 2 of money consciousness training? Let me know. I'm gonna have to keep adjusting this just so I can see all the comments as they come up. Oh, so many familiar faces and so many new faces. I love you guys. Hi. So good to see you. Is everyone feeling good about their money? Are you learning new things about money, about yourselves? I'm going to teach you even more tonight. In fact, you are going to be going through some epic homework between today and tomorrow. This one is deep but necessary. And I think it's going to reveal a lot about your money consciousness or the lack of your money consciousness, and that is okay. We are not here to judge you. We are just here to level you up, to eradicate your money blocks, to open the gates to financial freedom, to bring you all into the abundant status that you deserve because your soul deserves it, right? There was no validation check boxes on your way into your incarnation on planet Earth. Alrighty. Yay! I'm so glad you're all here. Happy Monday. It is Monday. It is Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. Hello. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm just reading all your comments. Hang on. So Haley, that question about understanding how work and career plays into the consciousness philosophy, that's all been taught as part of my new program. Not going to be able to touch on it tonight because we've got a very strict schedule of things that we need to work through. But if you want to drop me an email or a DM to my support team, they'll be able to tell you more information. That's awesome. Okay, guys, just a quick reminder that if you want to be in with a chance to win the cash prize, the $444, you still have a chance. All you need to do is make an Instagram post, write a caption of your choice, tag me in the image at Harriet Hale, include my tag in the caption at Harriet Hale, also include the hashtag AskHMoneyChallenge in the caption, and do the same thing 5 days in a row. So today can be day 1 if you need it to be, and then you can do 2, 3, 4, 5, because we are not announcing the winner of the cash prize until Saturday. So if you're late to the challenge, you have still got time to pop yourself in that prize draw. Just gonna move this camera down because I'm struggling to see all of these comments. Okay, Christine says, feeling ready for a beautiful change. Oh, I'm so pleased. Okay, guys, day 3, we are going to help you create a positive relationship with your money, but this process is going to feel really raw. Do you remember how in days 1 and days 2 I've been talking to you about being really brutally honest, and this is part of your consciousness, is not lying to yourself, not sticking your head in the sand, not ignoring things, being unapologetically truthful with yourself, even though it might be bruising your ego a little bit. We really need to get you into that unapologetic truth energy in order for you to do the homework for day 3. So I want to look at your relationship with your money. I want to look at your spending habits, your earning habits, your saving habits, and generally the kind of energy that you are in, the thoughts that you think, and the actions and behaviors that you take when you are dealing with and handling money. So for example, when you pay your bills, what goes through your head? What do you feel? Do you feel fear and anxiety? Do you feel excitement and joy for paying your bills? Be honest. And this is where I need you to be brutally honest. Don't bullshit me, because I couldn't really give a shit what you feel. I'm here to help you. So there is like zero judgment here. But if you are one of the people who perhaps resists opening letters as they come through the mail, or puts off paying bills because you just don't want to part with the money, or if you are someone that has horrendous shopping guilt. Like, I remember years ago being in university, and every time my student loan came through, I used to splurge on clothes. I was just addicted to online shopping and buying stuff on ASOS, which I'm sure you all know about. And then the guilt, the horrendous guilt that I would have for buying all the things that I really, really wanted, just really, really bad money mojo, zero money consciousness. Other things, how are you with spare change? Do you allow spare change to accumulate in the bottom of your handbag, down the backs of the sofas, in that little dish in your car, between the two seats? Do you celebrate every time money comes into your life or your business, whether it's a sale from a client or a paycheck from work or a cash prize or a tax refund? Do you do something like a money dance, for example? Do you celebrate the money? So me, for example, and I've done this for years and I will always do this for years, I don't care whether I've just made £1 or £1,000 or £10,000. When that money comes in, you can bet your bottom dollar that I go, yay, pennies! And I still do it. And most people around me think I'm a lunatic, but you know that money is just energy, and that money just responds to me by going, oh, she loves me. We'll send more to her. We can flow more frequently through her. We are loved. We are appreciated. The relationship that you have with your money really is a relationship. You have to think of it like this. If you have who has a fur baby? Who has a cat or a dog or a rabbit or I don't know what else you might have at home. Somebody that I follow on Instagram has pet snakes and she absolutely adores them. I think it's really cute. Anyway, imagine you have a fur baby or something at home, or if you've got one, that relationship with your fur baby, you wouldn't leave your fur baby in the car overnight. You wouldn't leave your fur baby rattling around at the bottom of your handbag. You wouldn't not feed your fur baby and buy it all the food that it needs to eat. You wouldn't neglect your fur baby in any way. You wouldn't hesitate to take your fur baby to the vets if it needed medical treatment. So why do you put off paying bills? Why do you leave spare change hanging around the house? Why do you not celebrate when your money does something good for you? Why do you not celebrate when your money does something to support you? Because if your dog puts his paw in your hand, you will celebrate it so much and you will make that fur baby feel like it's the most amazing little fur baby in the world. If you have a real baby and that baby learns to crawl or take its first step or take its first bite of food, you jump up and down and get super excited. But you don't do the same thing for your money. Well, perhaps some of you do. But this is where I really want you to look at your relationship with money, because you will probably have some aspects of your relationship with money that are really positive. You might actually be one of those people who really celebrates their money when it comes in, but then you might also be a person who puts off opening letters and puts off filing their accounts and puts off doing their taxes, and perhaps has resistance around paying for things or taking out credit cards or using up loans or any kind of abundance financial support that's available, right? So I need you guys to be really, really honest with yourselves, and when you get the journal homework, go through the questions and answer them brutally honestly. Now, this homework is going to be a little bit more in depth, because something else that I need you to do is get out your bank statements or log into your online banking and go through every single transaction that has come in and out of your account in the last 30 days. If this kind of homework turns you off and bores you, then you're not truly ready to be money conscious. This is something I actually genuinely need to do. I need you guys to do, because it's really going to help you. You need to have a super crystal clear idea of what is coming into your account and what is leaving your account every single month. Because what I want you guys to do is find the money leaks. I want you to find the bits of money that are literally leaking out of your account every month or periodically, or maybe just once in a blue moon, that are not serving your greatest highest good. If you are paying for memberships or subscriptions, or if you are perhaps spending on things where you could have a cheaper version, and it wouldn't matter if you did get a cheaper version because you don't particularly value that thing in your life, it's not in alignment with your greatest highest good, then you're wasting money. If you're wasting money, you're neglecting money, so you are harming your relationship with money. Does this make sense? So for example, I do this exercise every month, and granted, sometimes I do want to put it off, but if I am going to walk the walk and talk the talk, then I have to practice what I preach. And in order to be truly money conscious, I make myself sit down with all of my bank statements from every single company and every single bank account every single month without fail, and I go through all of the outgoings and all of the incomings. And if I spot things where money has been wasted, or perhaps there's a cheaper alternative available, or I feel like I'm not being a good safeguard of my money, then I will either cancel the subscription, the direct debit, or I'll talk to a member of my team and say, we're paying too much for that, go sort that out. Or I'll do it myself and I'll switch my spending around. And listen, just because you're a millionaire, for example, or just because you perhaps can afford these things, because I know many of you watching are actually, financially in a reasonable place, but just because you can afford something doesn't mean that you should spend it on that particular thing. You have to learn to be a good steward of your money. The rich don't get richer by splurging money on things that they don't need and aren't in alignment with their greatest highest good. They don't spend on things that aren't serving their greatest highest good. So for example, I had a gym membership that I was paying £200 a month for. I haven't been to the gym for months. So I'm like, hey, I'm not spending that anymore. I don't need to spend it. And if and when I do decide to go back to the gym, I can reinstate the membership if I want to. Just because £200 a month is not a lot of money to me doesn't mean that I should still be wasting it, okay? So it doesn't matter whatever your financial status is. Learn to be a good steward of your money and plug those money leaks. So another example, I have a 6-month-old daughter. Many of you have seen her on my Instagram stories. She's so cute. She's also very expensive. Children are expensive. I'm sure all the parents watching this will be going, Well, as a new mum, I don't know a great deal about baby things, so I buy Pampers nappies. Nappies are diapers, by the way, for those of you who are watching in the US. I buy Pampers. I'm sure many of you have heard of the brand, right? It's nappies, diapers. And we have a nanny, and she said to me, do you know that the nappies in Lidl are a fraction of the price, and I actually think they're much, much better. I have used them with previous babies that I've looked after. And I said, no, I had no idea, but if that's the case, we're not buying Pampers anymore. We'll go to Lidl and buy the cheaper nappies. Not because I'm trying to scrimp and save where my daughter is concerned, because she is the biggest blessing in my life. But if these nappies are genuinely better than the Pampers ones, why would I be paying a fortune for Pampers nappies? Just because I can afford them doesn't mean I have to be leaking money in that particular area of my life, right? I can see all the mums on here being like, oh my God, they're way better. See, I had no idea. But this is me being truly conscious with my money and having a relationship with my money so that I know that where I'm spending my money is serving my greatest highest good. And here is why it's important that your money serves your greatest highest good, because when you spend in alignment with your greatest highest good, that money will come back to you tenfold. Okay, so this is the law of abundance. This is universal law. This is fact. So again, you guys have heard about the law of attraction. I don't teach the law of attraction, but I do teach the 11 universal laws, which were downloaded into me as priestess a couple of years ago. And one of these universal laws, the one that everyone loves me to teach because it's the one that helps you make the money, is the law of abundance. And one of the parts of the law of abundance is when you spend in alignment with your greatest highest good, that money comes back to you tenfold. So every time you make a purchase, you need to be ensuring a conscious relationship with your money. And when you actually make the transaction, think to yourself, there's plenty more where that came from. I'm really grateful and excited for this opportunity. I'm really grateful for the fact that this thing that I'm buying is going to be supporting me in my life. And then when you make that purchase and that transaction goes through, again, you give gratitude and you celebrate it, and you have a positive conscious energy around it. You know exactly what you're buying. You know exactly where that money is going. You know that it serves your greatest highest good. You've done your due diligence. You've done your research. You're satisfied that this is the right thing that you are doing, and off you go and you do it. And then you know and trust that that money comes back to you tenfold. Now, with your relationship with money, as much as I want you to do all of those things that I've just described, I also don't want any of you to sit in an energy of indecision, because a lot of people get stuck in their relationship with money when it comes to this. So they will try and apply consciousness, whether they're doing it, even if you realize it or not, you try and apply some form of consciousness or responsibility where you think, no, I'm going to do my due diligence, I'm going to research all the different options, I'm going to think about it, I'm going to sleep on it again and again and again and again and again. But it gets to the point where you're holding off making that transaction. When you look at your relationship with money, you really have to think of it as a relationship. So say, for example, you're in a partnership with somebody and the two of you are trying to make a decision perhaps about date night, or starting a family, or where you're going on holiday, or perhaps you're in relationship trouble and you need to make a decision about how the relationship works from this point onwards, and how you move forwards. When you are having those conversations with your partner or with your loved one, you don't make them wait for days and then weeks and then months on end. You do not keep them in indecision, because you love that person. So you want to be proactive in making your decision. So you are proactive and you are conscious about doing your due diligence, and then you make a decision, and then you do the damn thing, and you create forward momentum with the relationship. You have to do exactly the same thing with your money. You have to create forward momentum with your money relationships. Does that make sense? So if you have determined that you are going to do this homework that I am going to email you, all about your relationship with money, then you need to set a date, have a money date, go through all your business transactions, plug any money leaks that you've got, determine the emotions and the vibrations that you have around your spending and receiving and saving of money, pinpoint any areas where your emotions or your frequency or your vibration falls below the frequency of love, and realize that actually this is a point in my financial setup where I don't have money consciousness. And you will really see how money consciousness is blocking your money flow. And the absence of money consciousness is one of the biggest reasons, if not the biggest reason, why you are currently not in the financial place that you want to be. Does this make sense? So I've just given you guys a whole host of information, like I've literally just been talking for 20 minutes straight. So here are the things that I want you to journal on. I've written them all out here, and as always, I will email them to you. So go through all of your bank accounts and cancel anything that you're not using. So plug all your money leaks. Return any clothes and unwanted items. So, okay, this is something that I used to do as well. I used to buy things on ASOS, total addict, when I was younger, and all these clothes would arrive and I'd try them all on, but then the effort of going to the post office to return the items that I didn't want was just too much, because I wasn't conscious enough. So I was disrespecting my money in that way, and then I would basically be wasting money by having these items in my wardrobe with the tag still on, still not wearing them. We all do it. If you've got things that you need to return to an online service provider or a local shop, do it. If you're owed a refund for something, follow up with it. Also, something else you can do is change any foreign currency that you've got. So we all travel, we all change currency in the airport, and then we come back from our travels, our vacations, our holidays, and we've got euros knocking around and rupees and dollars and pounds if you've been to Britain, and all kinds of things. And then we just let that spare change accumulate. There will be a lot of spare change knocking around your house, both in your own currency and other currencies. Respect your money. Have a relationship with your money. Take that change to the post office and get it changed. And hey, guess what? Like that, you're going to be richer. You're going to have more money. And that opens your money flow. It's called being money conscious. Something else I'm going to ask you to do, any checks that you've got lying around the house, go cash them in. Don't wait on that shit. That's money that's coming to you. Honor it. Get conscious about it. And also, if you have any vouchers or coupon codes that you're waiting to use up, use them. If you've got an opportunity to get 15% or 20% off something that you've had your eye on, go use up that voucher code before it becomes too late, before it expires. That's an abundant opportunity. That's the universe reaching out to you saying, hey, I want to financially support you. Listen, if somebody offers you a discount code, accept it. Thank you very much. And then I want you to journal on how you feel about money and what you've learned about yourself throughout this process. Remember, this training is not just about money, it's about consciousness as well, okay? So as much as it's a money consciousness training, you will learn more about yourself than perhaps you've ever learned in any other program, because the way you do money is the way you do everything. The way you do everything is the way you do money, right? It's all connected because it's all energy. So I really want you to journal, what have I learned about myself through this process? And what do I know about my relationship with money? Where am I celebrating it? Where am I in high frequencies and high consciousness? And where am I not celebrating it? Where am I ignoring it? Where am I having a negative relationship? Where am I not honoring my money? Where am I not conscious in my money? And something else I want you to do is apply consciousness spending, okay? So I want you to create new spending habits, and you can do this like straight away, because you will undoubtedly be purchasing things over the next 24 hours, even if it's food from the grocery store or a new online program, or a new dress for the weekend, or a drink after work one night, you will undoubtedly be spending money, because we do. It's just a daily thing that we do. We're humans on planet Earth. The currency here is cash and credit. So next time you make a purchase, I want you to ask yourself, does this serve my greatest and highest good? And is it in alignment with my desires and intentions? And if the answer is yes, then go for it, and surrender into that feeling of I'm being money conscious, which means this money is going to come back to me tenfold. And if the answer is no, this doesn't serve my greatest, highest good, then ask yourself, well, why am I being drawn to this place where I want to invest this money in this thing? Even if it's $1 or £1 or $10 or £10, if it doesn't serve your greatest, highest good, if it's not in alignment with your desires and intentions, don't spend that money. That's not being money conscious. That's dishonoring your relationship with your money. You have to think about your relationship with your money the same way you would think about a relationship with a loved one or a fur baby or a friend that you really, really care about. Okay, so that is your homework for day 3. These are all the things that I want you to explore. Whilst you're doing all of these things, make sure that you stay conscious, that you're still using the tools from day 1 and day 2. You know that money is energy. You know you have to open the flow of money. You know you have to spend in order to receive. You know that everything happens for a reason. You know that if you dismiss that everything happens for a reason, or if you don't deep dive on why this thing is happening for a reason, and if you don't take personal responsibility for your current financial situation, then you are not staying truly conscious. So don't separate all the different days of homework. These are building blocks. So I want you to keep doing all of the work from day 1, day 2, now day 3, and then tomorrow we'll come back for day 4 and then day 5, and we're really helping you step up your money consciousness. Now, before I sign off, does anybody have any questions for me about the homework or about anything that's cropped up in the last couple of days? Whilst you guys type, I am just going to go and scroll through the comments because they've been flying up so fast, my eyes haven't been able to keep up. So I'm just going to scroll. And, oh wow, there's loads. Okay, so keep adding your questions. I've got about another 5 minutes before I sign off. And then I'll scroll back down and answer all the ones you need. Oh my God, there's so many of you. This is amazing. Okay, let me go right to the top. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I do talk really, really fast, so I hope you guys are catching all of this, but I like to cram as much content as I can into a really short space of time because I respect your time and I just want you to get on and do this money consciousness work and really make a difference. Okay, I am scrolling. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to pick out ones that are relevant. Okay, so L Darby 4 says, I'm an accountant. Most of the time, money is just numbers. But money is energy, and money is in a relationship with you, and money is here to abundantly support you. So perhaps you can switch up your money consciousness a little and try to have a relationship with your money that's from a frequency of love and giving and receiving. Let me know how you get on with that. That can be your specific homework for the next couple of days. Rachel says, I usually feel restricted, but last night I felt relieved, happy, and of service to pay our bills, and it happened without a fight. Oh, I love that. See, instant transformation. Rachel, that's amazing. Oh, I love that you're all telling me about your fur babies. Thank you. I love that everyone has fur babies. Oh, Rachel says, getting out of diapers was like winning the lottery. Yeah, those things are expensive. And this comes from somebody who doesn't have to think about money. But, you know, we still don't want to waste money. We have to be a good steward of our money. Rebecca says, yay for money celebrations. Did mine last night. Yay, you. I'm so pleased. Christine says, I am having eye-opening moments. Yay. Good, see? Amazing what you can learn in 25, 30 minutes. Soul Butterfly Rising had a question about the door. Ask me your question, my darling. So Lindsay says, I have a student loan that I defer. Could this block my money flow? Depends why you're deferring it. Are you deferring it because it serves your greatest, highest good? Or are you deferring it because you've got anxiety and fear around paying it? Andy says, where can we watch the replay? You can watch it on Instagram for 24 hours and then we post them on YouTube so you guys can go and watch all of the all of the days of the challenge as many times as you like to get as much information as you want from these trainings. Yusuf says, can you share your thoughts on the viability of money affirmations? Money affirmations absolutely work because you are using one of the energy centers that I teach in my money manifesting matrix. However, there are 3 energy centers that need to be used all together in order for the money affirmations to really work. So the money affirmations use your throat chakra energy, which is just the spoken part of the Holy Trinity, but there's also a visual element and an emotional element, and all 3 have to be used and birthed into your creative element in order for the affirmation to really, really work. So Yusuf, if you want to know more about that, I really suggest you go check out the Law of Co-Creation, which I teach as part of the 11 Universal Laws class, which is on my website. It's a super, super cheap, easy, accessible online program. I think there's 4 training videos in there that will teach you all of the 11 Universal Laws, including the Law of Abundance as well, actually. It's £44, guys, which I think is about $50 to $60. It's so worth it. It will teach you how to manifest with incredible speed. Christine says, I watch you several times to take notes. Oh, thank you. I'm so pleased. Oh, so Soul Butterfly Rising says, I was confused about finding the door to my money consciousness. Okay, so what I mean when I use this phrase is when you're doing this work and you're doing the homework, every time you find yourself in a negative situation, or perhaps you have a revelation that comes through your journaling, you ask yourself the question, where is the door to consciousness? What I mean by that is just, where is my opportunity? Where is a new avenue for me to pursue? What's behind a closed door? Where is the door that I can open so that I can reveal my consciousness? Where am I blocking myself? What am I not seeing? Where is the opportunity that I'm missing? Does that make more sense? Let me know. The YouTube way says, how can one win the lottery? Well, I would suggest using the money manifesting techniques that I teach in my other classes. But I must say, it's funny, I've had this question so many times. When somebody focuses on winning the lottery as part of their money manifesting strategy, it's because they don't believe they've got a service to offer the world that is of high value. And winning the lottery doesn't exactly fall into alignment with our incarnation intentions. Nobody's here to win the lottery. Having a life is winning the lottery. So our 2 incarnation intentions are 1, to have a human, physical, emotional experience, and 2, to contribute to the collective consciousness, to serve the greatest, highest good of the planet, to raise the vibration for all of us, right? So we all have a destiny, we all have a right and responsibility to abundance. This is part of the 11 Universal Laws. Law of Abundance, you have a right and a responsibility to abundance. You don't need to win the lottery in order to be rich. You actually need to step into your soul purpose and follow your destiny blueprint and deliver the service that you are meant to offer the world, and then you will receive abundance. And trust me, that is far more rewarding than winning the lottery. Ironically, when you actually start doing that, money just flows to you so quickly, you feel like you're winning the lottery anyway. So my advice to you would be, stop being so selfish and focusing on winning the lottery, and actually start being more selfless and start focusing on how you can help the world, because that's when you're going to get paid really good money. And that is really winning the life lottery, when you step into doing what it is that you're meant to be doing and you receive incredible abundance for doing that thing. Lois says, is taking out a loan in flow? Absolutely, of course. So I have really, really interesting trainings and teachings about debt. In fact, let me not take up your time here about debt. There is a free training on my website called How to Get Truly Debt Free. And in that training, I talk to you guys all about the vibrations of taking out loans and credit cards and overdrafts. And it's genius. It will completely transform your mindset when it comes to debt. Taking out a loan is not a bad thing. And any conditioning that tells you it is just bullshit. And you can forget about it. You can do my free training. I am literally here to help you. And then you can take out a loan to come work with me. I'm joking. Well, I'm not joking. But no, it's not a bad thing. Okay, so finding the door to consciousness confused you too. I hope I've explained that properly, but if you guys want me to do an impromptu video on finding the door to consciousness, just let me know and I can maybe do that on a story tomorrow. So Lindsay says, I always tell myself I'm not earning enough right now to pay it back. Okay, well, you could do one of 2 things. You could either shift yourself into a conscious place where you've made a personal responsibility empowered, I made up a word there, but you can shift yourself into a place where you've taken an empowered decision to take personal responsibility for the fact that you are electing to not pay this debt, not because you're not earning enough, but because it serves your greatest, highest good to use your money for other things. if that feels good, and you're going to have to listen to your soul and your consciousness, and FYI guys, Lindsay's in my Soul Sister Mastermind, so she's already had a lot of consciousness training from me, so I can kind of elevate her quite quickly through this process. Feel into your soul and feel into your consciousness, Lindsay. If that vibrates well with you and it feels expansive, then you know you're on the right track. If it, however, feels restrictive and contracting, which I know that it does because I've just tapped into your energy for you, then that's probably not the smartest move. So you will also know that by electing to spend more money, you are opening up your energetic vessel to receive more money. So how would it feel to contact your student loan company and make a proposal for the amount of money that you want to pay off every month? Even if it's just 50 quid, 100 quid, 200 quid, whatever feels good for you. But would that feel more expansive? Does that bring on a sense of relief? Yes, it does, because I just tapped into your energy. So again, thank you, Lindsay, fellow Soul Sister Mastermind client, for letting me tap into your energy and demonstrate that. That's what we call money consciousness, guys. Gemma says, myself and my partner owe a family member money. They've been happy for us to not start paying it back until a later date, but am I causing a block by not offering to start paying back now? It would be conscious to establish with them now when the start date for those repayments would be, so everybody's on the same page and there is conscious communication happening around this money exchange. Christine says, hearing you say to see money come to me helps so much. Good, I'm pleased. Lindsay says, definitely a bit of anxiety. Cool, so I think we got to the bottom of that, Linz. Thank you very much. Lois says, thank you. Soul Butterfly said, thanks. Lindsay says, yes, you feel me, love you. I love you too, babe. This is the relationship I have. When you work with me, you allow me into your energy and I can help you so quickly to remove all of the stuff because I see straight through your energy. It's a gift as a priestess and it really is a blessing to serve you guys in this way. Soul Butterfly Rising says, I'm at work now, so I'll be listening to the replay. And Yusuf says, wow, amazing insights. Right, you guys are more than welcome. I think that was the quickest, fastest, most intensely downloaded half hour I've ever done on a free live training, but I hope you guys got loads and loads of value from that. If you're watching on the replay, please hashtag replay. I'll be sending out the email to you with the homework now, so please make sure you do that. It is pointless you showing up for these trainings unless you do the homework. Please do the homework. Post on Instagram, use the hashtag, tag me, then you're in with a chance to win the $444. I really want to gift that to somebody who is worthy and deserving of receiving that abundance. Congratulations, guys, for stepping up your money consciousness. I will be back here tomorrow. I can't remember the time, but I'm going to email you and I'll put it in my stories as well. Keep spreading the word, invite people to join this challenge, to join these trainings. It's such high value. So don't let anyone else miss out. Be conscious, spread the love, spread the word, spread the money, and let's open the flow together. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Lots of love.